Hi, gorgeous. Hi, handsome. Are we swaggy enough yet? I'm Caress, and this is Seven Heaven. Did you know this is the most blessed and highly favored channel in the entire universe, if you could believe it? Ah! I was watching Elvira last night, Mistress of the Dark or something, and I'm extra feeling myself. But we need to talk, and what we need to talk about is the Biebs. Y'all saw the Biebs at Fee Fi Fo Fum World Cup, and the whole time that I was like tapping into the Bieber fever so that I could do this reading, something that stood out to me was that like the psychic waves were like, this man hates to work, this is a lazy and I'm not gonna say like, oh, he's not talented or doesn't deserve this or that. Talent up the wazoo. Oh my goodness. Y'all heard that angelic voice at the freaking World Cup performance? Totally separate conversation whether there should be halftime shows of the World Cup, but oh my god, angelic voice. But what kind of triggered this oh, he hates to work umbrella was just thinking of the Saturn energy, because Justin Bieber is 32. He turned 32 on March 1st. He's born March 1st, 1994. So Jaboy is a sidereal Aquarius and a tropical Pisces, of course. And he has a third house stellium. I'm just going to go through some of his astrology, and I'll time mark it if y'all don't want to hear the astrology. But while I shuffle and while we tap into his energy a little deeper, he has a third house stellium, and yeah, girl does too. But the thing about a third house stellium is that these people don't fuck around when it comes to the voice. Absolutely amazing voices, and they're just people known for the voice, and it's early childhood experiences too. But he has Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is in its detriment, so that it's most uncomfortable in Pisces, because Pisces has no boundaries. And in addition to not working, this is someone that just has no boundaries. And this isn't a cap. This is just like the pure energy that we're reading, and a lot of people have this. So we're not here to rag on anyone, but it's just Saturn in Pisces is in its detriment, so it hates that because there's no boundaries. So you will see, oh, this is someone who will go off at the mouth, similar to Kanye style with the third house, like kind of Gemini themes. But that's why we see he'll go off on Hailey on Instagrams, no filter. His voice has like few limits with how he can sing and stuff. And he also has the sun in his third house, which is like early childhood experiences, so literally like childhood fame. Which I think is super interesting. Lilith in the fifth house, the taboo asteroid in the house of children. So we know, I mean, he had a very taboo childhood, and his own child, his face has been kind of hidden from the public eye, which, I mean, if you ask me, that's good. But yeah, Jack Blues, I think is his name. Yeah, but that's like Lilith, kind of the hidden when it comes to children, which is a positive thing. What else? Okay, so he's a Libra moon. And the thing about a Libra moon is that these are just codependent people. These are the seesaw. I like to call them the seesaw because so much of their emotional identity is in the other. So they need other people to balance out their existence. And we just had a Libra moon. So he was in a moon return. And that's kind of what we see, like him and Hailey, honestly. Just that kind of codependency, and so much of it is just like, who's my other, who's my kind of counterpart. And that's on the soul level. Just always kind of needing that energy to see himself in another person. Some of the transits, I mean, right now he's on a eighth house perfection year also, which means that eighth house themes, sex, debt, death, other people's money, complete transformation. And Cancer is his eighth house ruler. So we're gonna see this fool just basically like transform a lot. And I mean, I use Placidus, so we have part of the eighth house in Cancer and part of the eighth house in Leo, but Jupiter's in that Leo part of the 8th house. And this is like, oh, we're gonna see his fame transform. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna see a complete different way that he's approaching work ethic and fame, because this is someone with all talent, no work ethic, and it shows. You know what I mean? It shows with Coachella, it shows with FIFA, not in terms of like, that was well done and so beautiful, but that burnout, he has 6th house Taurus as well, with South Node in that 6th house. So it's like, work so hard, overwork, and then burnout was like the big theme of his life. And now we have this 8th house Profection year. Everything's cooking. Okay? Already the 6th house energy. The Hermit. Work so hard, burnout, spend all this time by himself. And I mean, of course, he's like with his child and with his wife, but he's been out of that public eye. But Virgo likes to work. And that's the thing. He's been hiding, but he's working. There's also Mercury in the 8th house as well. Mercury's in the 8th house transiting. And the North Node in the 3rd house transiting. So he's writing. He's cooking up a good one right now. He's writing something good at the moment. Okay? 8 of Wands. Let's go. This is permission, but it's literally grow or die. That's the thing about the 8th house Profection year too, y'all. Like, it's grow or die. You know, Saturn is done playing these kid games. Saturn is done being like, talking about your wife on social media. Saturn doesn't want to hear hallelujah unless you're saying hallelujah by yourself. Not at the mega church, not at the MAGA church. Saturn wants to see real improvement on a real human and soul level, and will not grant excuses between that. Okay? So literally that's like this Virgo energy, and it's like go, grow, and work. Virgo is that sign of work too. It's like go, literally it's what I said. Go work. Get off your ass and work, Kim said. And speaking of the Kardashians, I mean, he just needs to be surrounded with new people. I mean, he's got that. Oh, is that the 10th or 11th? The 11th, it's an 11th house moon passing through too. So he just needs to be feeling new people to get a new thing in the public image. What do we have between Justin and Hailey? I'm sorry this is all over the place, y'all. It's just coming from how it's coming out. We're just swag, and we're swag too. Give us a card between the Justin-Hailey connection. Hailey also has 12th house Capricorn. Oh, 7 of Cups. Oh, they're choosy. I think both of them. Very interesting. I guess it's more on his side. I guess it could be her side too, but that water energy. You know, 7 of Cups. Being kind of choosy and disappointed. They both feel like they're not the only person, like, in the other person's attention, if that makes sense. Yeah, they don't feel like chosen or put first by each other. You know? And it's funny, this is like one of the Central Perk cards. And they were just here in New York. But I think they feel chosen beyond each other, if that makes sense. Like they're choosy. They're kind of choosy. And neither one is the same people that they were when they started the relationship. And I think that makes them kind of feel like, oh, well, am I making the right choice? Because that's what I heard earlier too. Like, they're having to re-choose each other. And they don't know if they would make the same choice as the people that they are now. Miss Girl sold her $1 billion beauty business. Mr. Boy now knows. I think he spoke, and this card fell out. We'll look at it in a second. But he spoke on the fact that, like, oh, I thought marriage would do this and that, and it didn't. And so, you know, because it's another job. It's another job. Similar to, I don't know, making music. It's a job. It's a job. Okay? So they're contemplating the split. Contemplating the split. I mean, But that's the thing, like, couples go back and forth, and y'all have to see, like, we're just telling the tea how it is over here, but relationships, like, in the human way, we think, oh, it's better for someone's relationship to last forever, but on a soul level, they're there to teach us lessons, and these two have taught each other some important lessons, and now they kind of feel like they're forking. I mean, Hailey is the 12th house Capricorn, so her undoing is the family. And it's like, sometimes, you know, I think it was Truman Capote. I don't know if Truman Capote said it, but he has a book called Answered Prayers that was unfinished when he died. And it says, like, oh, there's more tears are shed over answered prayers than unanswered ones. And it's like they both got the answers to their prayers, in part for better and in part for worse. We have another card between the two. And it's hard because it's like, well, it's all fun and games when you're dreaming about dating the pop star when you're a teenager, but now she's a grown woman with a kid. So it might not be cute to be like holding up someone's head while they puke. And no one goes on a bender like this man with that 12th house energy and with his North Node. Or not the North Node, with Saturn in Pisces, like, oh, no one goes on a bender like this man. Like, when he found drugs, Lord. See, it's the trapped feeling. They're feeling kind of trapped within their legacy. Okay, like, this is kind of we have 10 of Pentacles is the legacy. You know what I mean? And that's Justin's 6th house. So it's like he feels trapped in the image of, this is the legacy I created for myself. Especially if you're someone who's kind of more or less first generation and self-made the way that he is. But it's like, I feel trapped by my fortune, both money and fate, and by my wealth, because now it's tied to this other person as well. Which I think that's really difficult too. I mean, I would say, like, sometimes you own your stuff, sometimes your stuff owns you. And he has a very strong 2nd house as well, like Capricorn 2nd house with Neptune and Uranus both there. So, I mean, rich is up the wazoo, but like having all this stuff makes him feel trapped. And that's the thing I was gonna say too, is like, I think what makes him more trapped than anything else is literally being Justin Bieber, because there's no ability to create. There's a lot of anxiousness there, and there's a lot of like wanting to put up the same facade that he's had and be the marquee. But at this point, it's like anybody else. I think, and the third house stellium, revisiting that's like, that's voiceover artists, that's comedians. Oh, by the way, he might be working on, in addition to like recording something new and writing something new, he might have a voiceover role in like a kid's movie, I'm hearing. But the thing about the 3rd house is that like, that's the voice in all kinds of ways. So he doesn't want that. His is kind of unlimited, and he's not really wanting it to be restrained. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say too, is that like, that's a house of vocalists in every way, writers, comedians, and I think he just needs that, like, kind of the gig life. I mean, I don't really know too much about his early story, but I know he was pretty famous from the time he was young, and it's like, this is someone that needs to play bar shows now, and like, get away from the megachurch and get back to like your home altar. You know, back to the roots. Back to the roots. But I think that there's contemplation of whether him and Hailey will kind of duke it out. Can we have another card for him and Hailey to close out? What's happening there? What are we seeing immediately there? I'm be blunt. Let me see if I can crack card. What's the immediate fate of the relationship? She might be pregnant. I feel a little nosh, and sometimes that's like the sign that someone is. Also, I hate that tabloid culture will zoom in on someone's stomach just because they like just ate a burrito. and be like, is she pregnant? Like, can we let that die with Y2K? What's the immediate? Ooh. I kind of sensed this from like the Chiron in the 5th house as well, the house of children. There might be just a pregnancy that's maybe a little difficulty, or there's some stigma to it. Do we have a clarifier for that? But we know 2 of Swords is the choice. Empress, pregnancy card, and the Devil. Ooh. See, this is why we watch this. Okay. So this is key, and this is tea as fuck. But I'm just hearing like, she's pregnant, because the Empress is quite literally my pregnancy card. She's pregnant, but she doesn't know whether to keep it because it might not be Justin's. I don't know why that's coming out. Sorry, y'all. Oh shoot. This is why we don't read tarot in no mixed company. That's crazy. I mean, that's the tea. Wow. Capricorn 12th house, Capricorn energy. So she doesn't know whether to keep it because might not be Justin's. Can we clarify the Devil? Let's read more into that. I was gonna just cut it, but fuck it. We what's the Devil in this instance, Spirit? Be loud, be clear. Yeah, she could not know if it's Justin's or not want to keep it because he's cheating. I wasn't expecting it to get so personal. But don't ask the cards if you don't want to know. What's the Devil in this instance? Page of Wands, Earth energy, or Page of Pentacles, sorry. Yeah, she don't want to keep it because she doesn't know if they're gonna stay together. Slash, there's interest in others and it could be somebody else's. Kind of intense, y'all. This like reading took kind of an intense turn. Can we have another card to represent Justin's path? What else can we see in his immediate future? I don't only want, oh! Ooh. Can you clarify the Two of Cups, please? What do we see? Can you clarify the Two of Cups? What do you mean when you say we'll see Two of Cups in his immediate future? Yeah, there's some kind of redirection of his energy into something that's maybe a little more aligned with his values. And something about a children's film, whether he's doing a voiceover for it or something. Maybe he does a song with Bad Bunny. Ow. But there's something, yeah, there's something there. There's something there in terms of realigning with his core values through new soul connections. Really just like, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily romantic, could be, but also just new friends, surrounding himself with new people. It's giving new life who dis, and cutting off other people and a change of values. That's what's gonna make this 8th house perfection year an 8th house perfection year. And we love to see it. I wonder what new thing he's gonna write. Well, let's see the bottom of the deck. Okay. Ooh! And it fell out. See? and he will win. But only and only if he learns the Saturn, the Saturnian lessons. Oh. Whew. We did it, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'll see you on the next one. Swag, swag 2, and swag infinity. Bye.